Good morning and welcome to Inside Texoma. I'm Melissa Kakarika, and today we're taking an inside look at two Christmas events, Hanger Holiday and Gingerbread Jubilee. First up is Hanger Holiday, so I'm joined by Allison, Michelle, and Ron as we look forward to it. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, tell everybody what Hanger Holiday is in case they don't know.
Hanger Holiday is a holiday bazaar. It is one of the region's largest, it is the region's largest free two-day craft fair. It's free to get in, and we have vendors mostly from North Texas, but they do travel longer distances to set up shop in their small businesses, boutique clothing stores, jewelry, pottery, handmade craft items. We have special interest shops like fishing, music, and cooking, ballet, also collectibles that are specific to Texas. And obviously decorations to decorate for Christmas.
Yeah, a lot going on. Now this is the 30th year, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about kind of the history of it, how it all got started.
Christmas bazaars in general grew out of traditional Christmas markets that were held in Germany and in England. Military families attended those, liked what they saw, and a rather large Christmas bazaar started at Ramstein Air Base in Germany about 40 years ago. Families from bases in Germany were transferred to Shepherd, and about 30 years ago, the Shepherd Officer Spouses Club decided to start their own Christmas bazaar that was like what they'd experienced when they were stationed in Germany. And so as we start our 30th year, this one has grown from a very small bazaar that was about 50 or 60 vendors and was held in a training room at Shepherd Air Force Base, eventually grew into a aircraft training hangar, and that came the name, Hanger Holiday, and has now outgrown even the training hangar and has filled up the MPEC. So 30 years later, it's growing every year, getting larger and larger.
Let's talk about when it's going to be this year.
Well, it's November 14th and 15th, Saturday and Sunday. I'll let Michelle give you the hours because she knows them right off the top of her head.
On Saturday the 14th, hours are from 9 to 6, and Sunday the 15th, they are from 11 to 5.
And I'm guessing you can pretty much do all your Christmas shopping here, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit more just about what people can expect to find there. I know, Allison, you mentioned kind of a lot at the beginning, but what can people expect to see there? How many vendors and everything?
All right, there's 225 vendors. We have about 290 booths. Our hallway is lined with the military, they're lined with the military squadrons out there and some of our nonprofits, which they'll be, advertising for themselves and selling things as well. But you'll have wreaths and coins and holiday decor and lots of jewelry and pottery, just all sorts of stuff.
And is there a cost to get in?
It's absolutely free to get in. We just ask that you think about bringing canned food items. The Boy Scouts will be collecting the canned food items. They will distribute that among the Airmen's Pantry on base and then the food bank in Wichita Falls.
Okay, so great cause there. Now this is always pretty popular, right? You get big crowds.
Yes. It's grown to the point, when we first started our first year at the MPEC, we filled up the exhibit hall, the Ray Clymer exhibit hall. Now we've grown into all of the sunrooms. Santa will be in the small auditorium, and as Michelle mentioned, there will be the military squadrons will have food booths and that sort of thing, and some nonprofits will be out in the hallway. So we have filled the Clymer exhibit hall now. 225 booths, 225 vendors, 290 booths is a large Christmas show.
Oh yeah, and Santa is a big part of it, I'm guessing.
Oh yes, yes, he'll be there both days, 9 to 5 on Saturday and 11 to 5 on Sunday. So, and he is also free. Kids can have their picture taken with Santa if they'd like.
Yeah, it really gets you in the holiday spirit.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Yeah.
And for those that have been to Hanger Holiday before, they should keep in mind that Santa has moved. He changed locations. He's now in the back auditorium at the end of the hallway when you first walk in, instead of in the back of the big room.
Okay, and you guys do have a website, right? If people have questions and want to see more about Hanger Holiday, right?
Yes, hangerholiday.org is where you can find a whole list of vendors and more information about dates and times for the event.
Okay, and then the Shepherd Spouses Club has kind of a website as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so lots of places where you can find out information. Now let's tell everybody just kind of why they should come out, kind of encourage them in case for some reason they don't want to. I don't know why they wouldn't, but.
Well, in addition to getting all of your Christmas shopping done in one spot, at least my wife does, it is a chance for the Shepherd community and for the community at large to give back. This provides funding, along with the proceeds from the Shepherd Thrift Shop, for our Scholarship Awards program. Last year we awarded 25 scholarships to military family members, wives and children, high school graduates. We awarded 25 scholarships valued at $38,000. In addition to that, we gave grants to local nonprofit organizations in the Wichita Falls area. I think Michelle can tell you about those.
We gave out 29 grants worth $11,000 to nonprofits, local and nationwide nonprofits.
Helping a good cause out as well.
So about $50,000 of the money raised at Hanger Holiday went back into the local community and the community at large.
Okay, we're going to talk a whole lot more about that and of course Hanger Holiday when we come back. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. We're getting you into the holiday spirit today by taking an inside look at Hanger Holiday. Once again, I'm joined by Ron Bryant, Michelle Davis, and Allison Howard. We've been talking so much about Hanger Holiday, but as we mentioned earlier, this does kind of go back to a good cause here. It's put on by the Shepherd Office or Spousers Club. Mm-hmm. Tell us what that is.
The Shepherd Officer Spouses Club is on base, and they're committed to serving the spouses, military families, and the community at large through service opportunities and social activities. And Hanger Holiday is one of our most prominent fundraisers, in addition to the thrift shop that is run on base, where Michelle is actually the manager. Mm-hmm. And that is how we raise money for giving scholarships and grants. The scholarships go to the military spouses and dependents, and then grants that go into local organizations that help serve the military and the community.
So tell us a little bit more about the thrift store, since you are the manager there.
The thrift store is located on base right next to the commissary. We take consignments and donations, and we use that money and it goes back into the community, like Allison was saying.
So let's talk a little bit more about these scholarships. How do people, I guess, kind of apply for them, and how do they get handed out once you kind of get them together?
Well, there's a link to each of the three types of scholarships that we give. It's on the SOSC webpage, and we give one that's exclusively for high school graduates. We give one that's for military spouses, and we give a third that we call a continuing education scholarship. It's kind of a catch-all. Perhaps it's for a family member who's completed their freshman year, so they don't qualify as a high school graduate, but they're not a spouse either. But they are continuing their education. They can apply for a continuing education scholarship. So we kind of cover everybody with that. And it's available to anyone who's assigned, attached, or associated with Shepherd Air Force Base. We talk about the military members, but the scholarship applications can also be completed by family members of civil service employees at Shepherd.
Okay, and all of that information is on the website, like
Yes,
you said.
it is. And the three applications. All they need to do is download it, fill it out, and send it in to us.
Well, why is it so important for you guys to do those scholarships? Like, what does it mean to you guys?
Well, the scholarships can be so important because there are like high school students that might be the first in their family to get to go to college, and helping to pay for that first year is invaluable to them. to be able to help with spouses that that move around a lot, that might need more education to get a job in an ever-changing job market, is invaluable to them too.
And you mentioned grants earlier. Tell us just a little bit more about how that works and what that is.
With the grants, that's the same. You can go to shepherdosc.org and click on the site, and you can apply for a grant. The deadline for the grants to be received is March 1st. Then we get together, the spouses get together, we go through them all, and then award out usually it's around $11,000 to $12,000 that we'll divvy out to all the organizations.
And it's not just for individuals, it's for organizations. For instance, Child Advocates, CASA, received a grant last year and the year before, and other nonprofits in the area. So any nonprofit in the Wichita Falls area is welcome to apply for a grant.
Great, so you definitely want to get out and support that cause. Again, Hanger Holiday taking place the 14th and 15th, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And let's get the hours out there again in case they missed it earlier.
Saturday is from 9 to 6, and Sunday is from 11 to 5.
Okay, right down at the MPEC K. Coliseum. You guys do have quite a few sponsors as well, right?
We do. We have some great sponsors. Circle M Bakery is donating, and McAllister's has been a great support of ours for the last few years. Walmart, United Market Street, Starbucks. So we have a lot of great businesses supporting Hanger Holiday.
I know a lot goes into this. Pretty much you work all year, right?
Yes.
We will start taking reservations for next year's Hanger Holiday at this year's Hanger Holiday. Many of the vendors will come to either Michelle or I and ask to make a reservation for next year because they want to get that prime spot, a corner booth in the middle of the room or something like that. So they start booking booths a year in advance.
So what's it like now that you guys are kind of rounding the curve here and getting closer to this year's after working on it for a year? Are you excited?
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
We spend so many hours doing it, so it's nice to see it all come together. And we have a great group that puts in a lot of hours to make this a great show, so it's exciting.
Yes, the SOSC has many volunteers that help form committees that help to find donations, do hospitality for the event, and help arrange with other volunteers like the ROTC programs at the local schools. Crime Stoppers, one of the high school's soccer team, is doing a fundraiser to help set up and break down for the event. So we have a lot of people that help out.
And a lot of people excited about it, I'm sure, to get all their Christmas shopping done and just see what's going to be down there this year, right? You probably hear from a lot of people all the time, like, when is Hanger Holiday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks so much for letting us know about it. Anything else you want to add?
I think we've covered it. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, just come on down November 14th, 15th. We'll be right back with a look at another holiday event, Gingerbread Jubilee, right after the break. Good morning and welcome back to Inside Texoma. I'm Melissa Kakarika, and we are taking an inside look at some Christmas events today. We just told you about Hanger Holiday. Now we're moving on to Gingerbread Jubilee. So I'm joined by Stuart Harvey from the Nonprofit Center. Good morning.
Thank you for having us back. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, let's talk a little bit about Gingerbread Jubilee and how it all got started.
Well, Gingerbread Jubilee was designed to replace one of our major fundraising events. And the idea came from the Metroplex and from Midland, which it's been going on for quite a few years. Very successful. So some of the great folks on my board said, hey, why don't we try to bring that here, Tricia Golding? And so it has been a fantastic event. Last year was our first year. I think folks didn't really know what to expect or how it was going to work, but the feedback we got was just incredible, and people are so excited to participate again this year. So the genesis of it was, let's find something that Wichita Falls doesn't have, and we thought it was a really good fit for the Nonprofit Center because at the end of the day, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes, we have an auction where the nonprofits come together and it benefits them and benefits us, and at the end, and we serve the nonprofits of Texoma, so it keeps us going and our operations going.
So I guess what's the overall goal and thought process here?
The overall goal is to raise funds, operational funds, but to provide something for families, for businesses that is safe, that's healthy, that's clean, that's family-oriented, that they can really enjoy, and that they can make some lasting memories of. You know, we all have probably more than enough stuff, but we have such hectic, frenetic lives, we don't often take time to make lasting memories. And that's really what this is about. It's about making great memories.
Now, you mentioned how excited people are. I know people have kind of been asking you guys, when is this going to be this year, right? I mean, people are really kind of on board with it.
December the 3rd is the date, and we're excited. The Wichita Falls Country Club has been such a great partner last year and this year. We're excited to host it again there this year. And so if, you know, people may think, gosh, am I going to build this house? Am I going to build this thing? No, this is not house construction. This is just decorating. So the houses that we bring are about 8 inches by 8 inches by 8 inches. So it's a really nice size gingerbread house. It's all about decorating. It's all about the fun part of it. So you don't have to worry about building it. All you have to worry about is how in the world am I going to select through all these gajillion candy choices to make what I think is the perfect gingerbread house, or to work with your grandchild or your child, or maybe some of your teammates from where you work for your business, to bring something that you can take back home, take back and put in your lobby and show the Christmas spirit.
I was going to say, it's open to pretty much everyone, right?
Oh, anybody who wants to purchase a ticket, tickets start at $60, and that gets you the house and as much candy as you can put on there to decorate with. So it's really an exciting, affordable, fun event.
Now, I know you guys have some social media sites and websites, too, if people want more information, right?
Absolutely. You can go to nonprofitcenterwf.org, which is our website. You can purchase your ticket there, get more information about it. We also have a Facebook page, cheat sheet, Facebook WF Gingerbread Jubilee. So we have our Facebook page out there. So we've got lots of great stuff, pictures from last year, cool stuff.
I bet people are having a lot of fun in those pictures, too. Let's just talk a little bit about last year and just how well it went.
Yeah, it went like clockwork, and I can attribute that only to the fantastic steering committee that we have and all the volunteers that gave of their time last year to make it work. It started early in the morning. We have 3 events and finished up that evening, and it was just a seamless event where everybody had such a good time. They didn't have to focus on the machinery of it. All they had to do was just stand and look around and look at the unbelievable decorations, look at all the candy that's out there, and focus on having a good time with the friends or the family or the co-workers that they were there with.
And this all just kind of fits into the nonprofit's mission, right? Tell us just a little bit about the center.
Well, the center, our mission is to strengthen Texoma by providing services to nonprofits through training, tools, consulting, and connectivity. So the pieces that this really focuses in on is the connectivity, because at the end of the day, on December the 3rd, we have our auction. We have nonprofits who can purchase a house, and they do, and they decorate that. So we're also working with the Wichita Falls Area Realtor Association. We're so excited to have them on board. So we're getting the realtors involved to help sell the houses. So it's a fun twist on the very serious work that they do to provide for their clients in partnering with our nonprofits to sell the house. Well, the proceeds from the sale of the house, half of them go to that nonprofit, and then half of them stay with us so that we can perpetuate and keep our operations going. But last year we had, 38 houses. I mean, they lined the country club north wall all across. And so this year we're going to be doing the same thing. For the live auction piece, we're going to be whittling the qualifications down so we have only a few that go to the live auction piece. It'll be a lot of fun and a lot easier to manage. But boy, howdy, I'm telling you, some of the creativity and just the thought that went into that, and the nonprofit boards that get together, too often they spend the majority of their time in the boardroom, decision making, and don't carve out time to do something that's fun, that's lighthearted, and that's social. This is exactly the cure for that. So when they get together and they create this, and then they can come in and watch the fruits of their labor, and then they can generate some funds and tell some stories and create some awareness for their nonprofit, it's a triple win.
Well, as you mentioned, there are a couple different pieces to this, including the auction and the gingerbread building. We're going to break that down for you when you come back. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. We're talking about Gingerbread Jubilee with Stuart Harvey from the Nonprofit Center. We have everything you need to know I know there's 3 sections to Gingerbread Jubilee.
Yes.
Okay, tell us what we need to know.
There's 3 parts to the day on December the 3rd. The first one is the lunch, and that's the house decorating lunch. That's from 11:30 to 1:30. We have a wonderful lunch that comes along with that. Individual ticket prices start at $60, and that gets you your house, as much candy as you want to put on there, and it's a really fun event. We encourage businesses, and we had quite a few last year that did their holiday party at the lunch, and it was something that was a lot easier to manage. Everybody has a great time, and they can take something back and display in their lobby, and something that they can really enjoy and take pictures of and post. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, event number 2 is kind of maybe more geared toward the kids, right?
Absolutely. That's from 4 to 6 p.m., and that's the family decorating party piece, and that's typically where we have the kids there. Oh my gosh. The kids walk in and they see all the candy. They don't even know where to go. They're just like, ooh. So it's a ball. Grandparents, parents, kids, such a great time. That's where we're making memories. We all have plenty of stuff, but we don't often enough take time to really make memories, take pictures. And at the end of it, you can take that house or the houses that you buy back home. The neat thing about the family decorating party is that maybe you want to buy 1 or 2 houses, but you've got maybe some other family members that want to attend. Those tickets are only $10 a piece.
Okay.
So it makes it easy for everybody to be a part and to enjoy. We also are going to be selling individual houses with a prepackaged amount of candy like we did last year. Some are like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I want to take one back and let's do this again. So we also offer that.
Okay, and then I know you mentioned a little bit earlier about the auction, but let's get a little more into that.
Yes, that starts at 7 p.m. That's free. We're going to have some heavy hors d'oeuvres. We'll have a cash bar, which is always fun. We have Christmas music that's playing. And the auction is about the houses that nonprofits and businesses purchase. They'll be doing that here pretty quickly. Excuse me, and they'll be decorating those. And then they bring them to the country club, and we have this huge, big, hollow square, and we display them. Last year we had 38, 40 of them. So this year we hope to have that many. So the neat thing about it is that the business or the nonprofit, whoever, it's all going to benefit a nonprofit. And the auction at the end of the evening is designed to raise funds. We split those with the nonprofit, and then half of those stay with the nonprofit center. So we're working to help raise funds for them, give them a way to tell their story, give them a way so that their boards can come together and do something fun, creative, outside of the boardroom work that they would usually do. And it's just a great time.
Yeah, 3 great pieces of the puzzle there.
Yes.
Now, how do people kind of sign up and get those tickets?
Easy. You go to our website, nonprofitcenterwf.org, and you can sign up and buy your tickets right there. If you have some questions, you can always call us at 322-4961, and we can walk you through that process. Easy to do.
You noticed, or you said there was a couple different prices depending on what you're going to.
That's right. If you want to buy a table and reserve a table of 8, it's $1,000. A half table is $500. If you know that you want to make sure that you can stay together, but the individual ticket price, which buys your house and all the candy that goes with it, it's only $60.
And a lot of fun, a lot of great memories, like you said.
A lot of fun, a lot of great memories.
No better way to get into the Christmas spirit. But I know outside of Christmas, you guys are always busy. You got something else coming up, right? A little earlier than Gingerbread
We
Jubilee.
do, November the 17th. We're so excited to bring back the Ritz-Carlton Leadership Academy for our customer service workshop, and we're partnering with the Kemp at the Forum, great folks to work with, and Chick-fil-A. And we're excited because we're focusing on back to basics. So often we get focused as a business on what we're doing, and we forget about the customer interaction component. It's important that we remember that their experience is going to drive out whether they refer us or whether they come back or whether they go somewhere else. And you know, some questions that it's easy to ask on whether you should attend the event. We practice, as a business or a team, we practice etiquette, civility, and manners. We know when to apply extra effort for personalized service. We accept personal accountability for our team's success. We understand our personal impact on a brand, and we work to create a hygienic and accident-free workplace. If you can't answer yes to every one of those, you need to have your team there. And the ones that really need to be there are the ones that are closest with your clients. because they're the ones that have the most impact. But supervisors and managers, everybody needs to understand it so that they make it a part of your culture.
So what do people need to know about RSVPing to that?
They can go to our website as well, nonprofitcenterwf.org. Lunch is included. Thank you, Chick-fil-A. And it's $79 a ticket. That is a steal of a deal for having the Ritz-Carlton come teach you how you can best serve your clients and create a lasting memory.
All right, busy over at the Nonprofit Center.
Lots of stuff to do.
But I'm sure you guys are excited about everything.
Yes, we are. And thank you again for having us.
Not a problem. Thanks for stopping by, Stuart. And thank you for tuning in to this special episode of Inside Texoma. We hope we got you into the holiday spirit with Hanger Holiday and Gingerbread Jubilee in the Nonprofit Center. Have a great Sunday.